Two lovers of waking up, a goat and a ram, met. None of them wanted to retreat, and therefore the fuss dragged on. But still, the goat turned out to be more persistent and the ram lost interest in competing. Here a more amusing situation arose. A couple of sheep decided to sort things out in a fair battle, but an annoying goat intervened in this battle, who at first simply watched, and then decided to join it all, attacking one or the other. Mountain sheep, during the breeding season, arrange their ritual fights. Two rams stand opposite each other and, having made a small run, collide with their foreheads. The force of the blow is enormous, but the rams have a very thick frontal bone, which protects their brain from concussion. For these sheep, even a fence is not an obstacle. They collide with their foreheads in neutral territory without damaging the fence. And this sheep at the genetic level does not like dogs, because the herds of her ancestors were forced to obey shepherd dogs. Now times have changed, and the dog is forced to run away. And this dog, not having a formidable appearance, figured out how to manage the herd and lead it in the right direction. Another funny case, a wolf came across a sheep with a couple of lambs. It would seem an easy prey, but the sheep did not run away, but rushed at the wolf, and he, in turn, fled in surprise. But the sheep decided to fight with a young bull. One blow to the head and the bull retreated. And these two sheep, right in the middle of the street in an African village, began to figure out whose head was stronger. The duel dragged on, and none of the people was in a hurry to intervene in this confrontation, wanting to watch the battle. If at first the duel did not reveal a stronger one, then later everything became obvious and one of the sheep was knocked down twice. Two sheep find out leadership in the herd, but every now and then other members of the herd try to intervene in their confrontation. The shepherd did not interrupt their principled confrontation, but even decided to help, driving other sheep away from them. The cow accepted the ram's challenge and, seeing his run, also went to him with her head down. but the cow's physiology is not designed to accept head blows, which is clearly seen in this video. Again, a ram with a goat. Apparently the animals understand they're belonging to different species, so they are not particularly fiercely fighting for leadership. Big horns are not yet a guarantee of superiority over the opponent. During the battle, the ram lowered its head too low and stuck its horns into the ground from the blow. This goat has found bigger rivals. The stubbornness of these animals is enough even for bulls. However, sometimes they are also not averse to playing with an annoying goat. And this goat stuck to the horses, but the horses use a completely different tactic from the bulls. They don't know how to push with their heads, but they can perfectly kick with their hooves. Having received several blows, the goat realized that he didn't know such a game and decided to move away. Here is another goat who became interested in the horse, but he also didn't manage to but the horse won the game. Who will rise higher on his hind legs? There are people who want to compete with goats among people. The guy put on a bicycle helmet and accepted the fight. It was lucky that the goat did not recognize a competitor in him, otherwise this helmet would have shattered into a rattle. The kids are famous for their playfulness and curiosity. When they saw such a beautiful red BMW near their lawn, they used it as a jumping board. And this goat jumped on the hood of the car on the move. Trampling a little, the animal continued on its way in search of new adventures, leaving hoof dents on the roof. And this young goat saw his reflection in a cleanly washed car, and began to beat the door. The owner of the car for the first time will regret that he washed his car. Here's another similar case. Judging by the crack on the bumper, he was already losing the battle to this goat. And here is a funny 2-on-2, well, or 3-on-1 battle. Goats can not only but also make friends, and here is an excellent example of such friendship. The horse does not mind riding goats on its back. The equanimity of this dog can only be envied. He found a great way to get rid of interest in his person. He simply ignores the goat. And this raging ram attacks everyone he sees. Both the motorcyclist and random passers-by got it. The farmer watched his herd, but one of the sheep did not like such attention. The animal showed its independent character, and the farmer made conclusions about who would go to the barbecue next. The fisherman did not notice how a ram crept up behind him and was stabbed in the back. And this man went to swim in the lake near the herd. It was his mistake. One of the rams decided not to let him out of the water, and walked along the shore intently watching. The farmer wanted to fill the animals with grain, but the leader of the herd did not like his bright suit. He had to defend himself with this bag. Another curious case, a lamb got stuck in a trench. A man hurried to his rescue, safely pulling out a lamb, but he did not stay free for long and again fell into the same trench. Thank you friends for watching to the end. It's time to support the video with likes. Just write your comments, which of the fragments in this video you liked the most, and we went to prepare a new release for you. All for now.